beat Mitty. He once told me that either I stay on G2 and we keep winning splits, but then you're
always had one more title over me. If I keep being with him in the team, he's always gonna have one more than me.
Or I go to NA and I be the first player to win both EU and NA.
If we end up winning it, we were meant for the final, and we went straight there after winning our best of 5.
Walking that path towards the stage, that's something I'm really looking forward to.
Being in Rotterdam, it is the pinnacle of what you want to be as a pro player.
As arrogant it may sound, I will live the trophy.
They removed a lot of the answers to deal with his often weak early game, and now Origin are answering by going for the Urgot. The first top lane I think we've actually seen in playoffs of the change in Urgot.
Well, hold your thoughts on that, because we still have 25 seconds more to see whether or not they want to flex it. I think it is going to be the Urgot up on the top side of the map. Having the range advantage against Hecarim can help early on, especially because early lane for the Hecarim isn't super strong. You need that first reset fully before you can start to fully come online here, and the Urgot can use advantage.
Keep my eyes on the two junglers right now, because the scary thing for Jankos is he doesn't actually have priority top, but he does have it mid. So Caps makes his way here first, and now we're going to see a fight.
Smites up, Sleepy Trouble Bubble flashed away there by Jankos. Caps is caught out cold. The paddle star doesn't connect either. Caps forced back to the lane. And Cold should be able to secure the scuttle, smites it away.
That was placed, so it allowed Cold to sneak in towards the lane. We can maybe look for a play themselves. Notice Perks has cleanse, but they're going in.
And the knock up straight onto Mickey. Uses the Guardian, shields himself up. The Ignite not ticking enough. Caps is now teleported in, and Mickey's very low. Doesn't have the flash in from Perks. Looking for the final order. The Rend would be enough. They get him. First blood to Caps, and G2 strikes. Mickey realizes something might be happening, lands the Winter's Bite, but Nukeduck is there as well. They're going to jump across the wall with Blast Cone straight onto a control ward. OG looking for the 4-man dive down towards the bottom side. Jankos is waiting around the corner, but Perks caught up. The double taunt lands. Nukeduck takes down Perks. Mickey short to follow, and it's a double for the mid laner.
Before I believe Caps got back to lane, so when we jump into this replay, have a look at the minimap. You can see that Ryze is still underneath his tower. So G2 think that they can buy time, they can play safe, but in the meantime, another fight is just happening.
Caps pulled into the grinder! Being cold as well. 0-0-3, 100% kill participation on that Jarvan already.
Now looking at the setup, after the dive bottom lane, Cold and Mithy path through the bot side jungle. Beautiful interrupt right there on the Realm Ward, but of course, there was no vision to actually spot them out, and they knew that, so they walk up.
Increases pretty dramatically, and once they lose that, that's when Zoe really becomes a
Look at this TP.
Caps TPing in behind in the bottom lane. Alfari trying to run away, uses the flash, will knock back the Hecarim. Wonder caught out with the Fear Beyond Death, but Alfari is done for. Gonna check it in just a second. Caps clearing out the Gromp, but now they'll know that the Baron has been started. And G2 have to fight. The taunt comes out. Nukeduck forces away Wonder. Mithy on that front line. Here's the teleport coming in from Caps. Origin might want to turn this one, but already Baron down to 2,000 HP. Origin reset. Baron resets as well. Wonder not there, but have the teleport to join the fight. Fear Beyond Death comes out, doesn't quite connect. Origin
didn't want to take the gamble and just said, okay, we'll play it safe.
Oh my lord. That is what Nukeduck can do with just 2 kills. And Alfari's just dominating.
Chase has to pop the Onslaught of Shadows there.
In through Mickey X, but I guess Alfari just answered the question of who wins the 1v1 in side lane. Holy moly, with double Infernal. It didn't even look close. Oh.
And what they've done is they brute forced their way in, and now it's G2 who are grouping up. They have control of a bot, and it's Origin that are now the one that's running away.
Patrick's out of position. Patrick's totally out of position here. The heal comes out, but the Face Core will be used. Void Rush used as well. The chase comes out. Patrick's still dodging away. The Glacial Fissure misses as well. He's eaten up a lot of ultimates here, and Origin will try and react on the other side of the map. The Redemption keeps him alive. Almost takes out Jankos. Almost takes out Wonder. Can't quite get it. The shutdown comes out, but Origin are trying to push in mid lane to react. She just teleporting into the fight instead. Baron down to 10,000 HP. G2 can just poke from the side if they want. Wonder has the ultimate to jump into the backline. 6,000 HP. They're going for the engage. Caps teleporting in. The Cataclysm already used. Cold ignited. He is down. The Onslaught of Shadow gets onto the backline as well. And here comes Caps. And here comes the rest of G2. Origin made the desperate call, but Patrick's down. Alfari gets 1, but the rest of Origin are just running for the hills. The Realm Warp to chase onto Nukeduck as well. And G2, they say, OG, you can want a team fight all you want. Alfari gets the double, almost gets the triple. The heroes, they just, no way has Alfari just turned that one around. It was all G2. But Caps now comes in, and Caps will clean it up for G2. Alfari somehow managed to pick up a triple kill, but in the end, Caps is just too darn good at League of Legends.
He felt like Origin got a little desperate here. here. They knew the split push wasn't going well. Vetty, show me what happened.
So we're going to start off by taking a quick look at the mini-map, and the first thing you'll notice is that Caps is more than happy to just keep pushing in this bot lane, and Urgot is in a very awkward situation. Does he try to answer, or does he TP in? And he's going to make the decision right. We'll make the 5v5 happen. So as we kick off the replay, what you'll notice is the Origin are confined in this tight space, and it's Cold that starts to engage. He's the one that decides, let's just go on to Mickey, and the problem with this is Perks can then drag him out and take him to safety. And this frontline Jarvan cannot soak up all this damage. Immediately then the Hecarim dives onto the back line, and then the two carries from Origin get collapsed upon. And at this point, Origin are just split apart. It's only Alphari that can turn this fight around. But then with G2 trying to split up the fight themselves, trying to clean up, that's when Alphari comes in at the end and at least saves the team fight with what he can.
Yeah, Alphari in the straight up 1v3 in the back line was just nuts to watch. I think that's a Triumph heal coming in at the end as well to keep him topped off. But ultimately, the biggest play...
He does have to teleport himself, and remember that with his E and ultimate, he can very quickly join a fight. But look at Cold.
Cold going in, the Cataclysm used onto Caps. Here's the hero's entrance as well. Cold goes golden, Caps slept. They're just putting it all onto the back line. A momentary freeze frame, because in the end, Nukeduck will take down Caps. Wonder has the flank position. Jankos down as well. Patrick's alive. Nukeduck as well. Patrick now goes down. It's all on Nukeduck trying to get the damage into this fight. As Alphari steps behind his tower. G2 lose 2. Nukeduck gets one more! A consolation kill on the back as Perks now caught up, taunted up, the shutdown comes out, and Origin have fought back. Maybe Caps in a good position here as he catches out Mithy. It's a very tanky Galio though. Here comes Wonder. TP used on Sword of Shadows. They try and get away from it. Patrick shielded up, healed up, and here comes Perks on the front line trying to get through Alphari. Alphari's already taken down one. Mithy gets the Justice Punch onto Caps, who has to flash away, but he's pulled back into the heart of Origin, and they rip out the heart of G2 as Caps falls. Origin going to turn straight towards the back.
The flash coming up soon, but it would be a miracle to stop this.
He's actually going for the TP into bot lane. I wonder if G2 will be able to actually make this happen. I don't know if Alphari can stop Wonder right now. He has the QSS, he has the GA, he's not that easy to kill.
Yeah, all it takes is that one clutch bubble to turn the fight, and we see it's G2 that wanted to find the engage, but Patrick is not able to have any damage go down onto him. He gets the peel from the rest of his team. Meanwhile, well, G2's backline can't burst down Alphari, so Alphari gets the massive ult to pull Caps in. And
Patrick moving forward here as well. G2 forced away. The Elder Dragons looks like they might just concede it.
They have Prio.
They're going to go with the Realm Warp. They're going in.
They can use the Realm Warp mid lane because this tower's taken so low by Wonder.
Elder's already down.
But Elder is gone. The Baron recalls will come through, but they get the inhibitor. This is big for G2 because this is the only chance in the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Well, G2 tried to against Fnatic in week 9. Will that pay dividends? Mickey there on the front line. They force Nukeduck back. The Glacial Fissure doesn't land at G2. They're conceding slowly, but they did not lose anything more than that mid lane in hit. Perks going in. The engage comes out. That's a lot of damage already. Perks is taking out Mithy on the back line. Nukeduck's getting chased away, but Patrick's still alive, and Jankos can't get onto him. 2 GAs popped in the middle of a fight, and it's a cluster of damage as G2 just try and pick one player up at a time. They get to Nukeduck. Gets the kill as Patrick secures it in the end. Just give me 5 games.
So let's actually have a look at how this start off. The first thing to note is how Nukeduck uses his ult aggressively. That then allows Perks to get this tiny bit of chip damage, and the exhaust comes out onto Mickey. Yes, he misses his ultimate, but then Origin funnel themselves into this choke point.
Like, why go here?
This is when the ultimate from Perks comes through, the big knockup comes as a follow-up, and then Mithy drops. And then you have Wonder zoning the carries away, giving Caps and Perks the free time to just melt through the front line, while Nukeduck is missing pivotal skills. If he landed that Q, maybe this fight goes more in their favor, but it ends up being a 1-for-2 completely by surprise. They have one of the Mountain Drakes as well, and with the Callista, Hecarim Rise, you can just melt through that. You might not even need the jungle, but here's the TP.
behind. Origin going to force the fight as they go for the engage onto Jankos. Here's the hero's entrance as well. Perks flashes out of the back of it. The chase is on for OG. Nukeduck getting in, but the cleanse from Perks will keep him alive. Cold gets Jankos. Cap still pushing in the sideline. He's realm warping forward. Wonder now on the flank, trying to get together with his mid laner, just forced away. Caps is going for the in-hit.
Here's the thing though, Origin did not pull the trigger to move towards the Baron. They're losing pressure on this bottom lane. Now G2, they're starting it up.
They've gone to answer Caps.
They have the Ren. They have the Ren. They got the inhibitor and all of G2.
This is incredible. Caps is just outplaying as well in the side lane. We should switch this Baron's to G2. Let's see what Caps is doing. The Zhonya's comes out from Nukeduck. He's almost taken out. Caps still in there. Caps is trying to 1v3. In the end, he goes down. Baron goes across to G2.
G2 still get the Baron.
They just come up with, like, they should be in a disadvantage in this situation. Remember, they're the ones that have just lost their jungler. They're the ones that, like, they're flat. The AD carry doesn't have a flash, and Caps just makes this play where he's like, 1v3, I can get the inhibitor, I can get out. He goes back in, and he's like, I can win this fight.
And he's dodging everything right now, by the way. Forces Azonias out of Nukeduck using the phase rush and the movement speed from the kit to get away. Gets a little hypey at the
he
end.
flashes into the taunt.
Caps going towards mid.
They're gonna do it.
More 4,000 HP left on the Elder. Jankos trying to get in. Jankos steals it away, and now G2 are just going to force down mid. All of Origin need to back away to try me out, but Jankos is keeping him around. He's down into the GA. Mickey there as well. They get Jankos, but who has been able to back? Nukeduck's got away. Cold sticking on Mickey. Keeps Patrick in the round. There's the Nexus Tower's going down. G2, they steal it away. They get it, and G2 take the Nexus. In an incredible game one!
Are you kidding me? It happened again!
This time round, Origin didn't have the Baron buff. They had the Elder Dragon stolen from them, and G2 made the decision. We can end this game right now. Beautiful League of Legends between the two teams. Fantastic game one.
Give me 5 games of that. Just give me that until I run out of breath. That was incredible. G2 with the 4D chess with the cosmic brain calls.